When you're actually a really important person in a culture war, you win the culture war by pointing everyone in the correct direction and allowing momentum to do the rest. The matrix is controlling your life. And I get people to think about it, and then they research, and then they work it out themselves. If I don't allow people to work it out themselves, and instead I explain it all, I get shot in the head. Then I can't help anybody. It's my job to point people in the right direction and let them do the rest. Now, some of those people who are pointed in the right direction are so silly, they will now turn around and yell at me, "Hey, you showed me the beginning, but you didn't show me the end. You're a traitor. You're a sellout." I showed you the beginning. If I show you all of it, I die, and I can't show anyone else the beginning. People have died for far less, at the bottom and the top. We just saw Charlie Kirk eat a fucking bullet. They tried to put a bullet in Trump. You think they're not going to try and put a bullet in me? You think they're not already considering it or thinking about it currently as we sit here right now? So for anyone who sits and believes I should martyr myself and I should just go as extreme as possible and anything to not sell out as they sit there as a nobody. And it's very interesting these people pretend to have these views because none of these people have suffered for their views. They don't even have their face or their name on their account. They haven't been to jail. They haven't been locked in their house. They haven't had death threats. They haven't had the government try and take their children from them. They haven't had all of their money stolen, but they expect you as a famous person to martyr yourself. And I guess the real question is, do they actually genuinely expect that, or do they just want that? You should have doubled down. You should have done a salute when they asked, that's what you should have done, Andrew, or you sold out. They want it because it's entertaining. We live in a world now where everyone is so bored, and watching a famous, important A-list celebrity like myself martyr himself. For the same reason I'd have a huge stream if I set myself on fire. I am smart enough, and I always have been smart enough to know when somebody who is risking everything to give me a hint. And I understood they were on the right side of the fight because I could just shut the fuck up and say nothing at all. And most people have, 99.9% of people have. Like, honestly, I get more attention on the street and I'm more well-known than nearly every single movie star. It's the Grammys now. You get the list of everyone at the Grammys. Brad Pitt, George Clooney, the rest of them. I don't know who the f they are. They say, hey, this celebrity said this, or this celebrity's dating this person. I don't know who these people are. There are too many movies. There are too many Netflix shows. Everyone's in a fucking movie. No one even knows. Why are they in movies and I'm not? Because they shut the fuck up. Why am I not the face of a fragrance? I'm the right demographic. All the young boys love me. There'll be billions of generated dollars. Why? Because I won't shut the fuck up. So I'm turning away billions of dollars, and some dipshit's going to sit there and go, you sold out, bro. You know the sad thing about it? When that happens, you start to understand why everyone sells out. Why am I trying to help these clowns? I was the one who woke the world up only 2 years ago. I went to jail for it. I suffered for it. Me, alone, by myself. I did it. And now they're saying, you showed me the beginning, but not the end because you're a traitor. I can't show the end. I know so much more than I can say. But if I say it, we're going to lose. Because unless I keep showing people the beginning, the war's over. And they're going to put a bullet in me. It makes me sit and calculate all the money I've turned down. All the beautiful red carpet events. All the fun I could have had. Could have been on fucking Jeff Bezos's fucking yacht. I've done none of it. Because I wanted to point people in the right direction. And what thanks do I get? You're a sellout. I was the first and original freedom fighter. And if you're truly smart, let's do a thought experiment. If I was a nobody account or a nobody on the internet, and it was my intention to convince everybody in the world that there was a particular group of people that had nearly unlimited power, surely I'd be very thankful for the A-list celebrities, which are 10,000 times larger than me, who go to bat and point everyone in the right direction, and then publicly say, I can't do this anymore for unknown reasons. Aren't we helping you? Oh, no. I guess what we should have done is not mention anything at all and be rich and famous, more rich and famous than we currently are, or just go to the end where we get shot in the head. People at home with a brain need to sit and go, you know what? If they start the conversation and then abruptly stop the conversation, they're actually helping our conversation. I have my reasons to not go up there and be extreme. Now, I'm not going to kiss the wall. If they say kiss the wall or we'll kill you, then they're going to kill me because I'm a man and I have limits. Everyone in life has limits. It's like I wouldn't let robbers, my girlfriend, kill me. I'm not going to kiss the fucking wall. I'm not going to start praising their government. F them and f their government. Fuck all that. But there does get to a point where the risk reward just ain't there. Saying, I'm doing 99% right, but there's this last 1% of extremism that definitely gets me killed. And then you hold your daughter, who's 5 years old or whatever, and you're like, is this to please who? Sneaky? The reason, if there was a shadow cabal in charge of the world, the reason they get away with it is because people are fucking retards, bro. Anyone who thinks I sold out is a fucking retard. And the worst thing about it is it only encourages you to sell out. Take the money, enjoy your life, and let everyone else suffer. Let them stay broke, insignificant. Let them be controlled by the Matrix. Let them have a shit life. Go on my yacht and have a great time. If the people I've helped don't soon show some appreciation and gratitude, what I'm going to do for the plot is show them what a sellout. For the plot, I'm going to go do movies, take 500M and just hang around with A-listers. When they go, Andrew Tate sold out, Andrew said, I'm going to retweet and go, yep. Tried to help you fucking idiots. Are you still poor? Are you still at home, broke? It seems so. I deserve gratitude for what I have done. I didn't have to do it. I was rich before I did it. I gave up my whole fucking life. And people need to start being nice to me. I understand why the ruling elites treat us like they do. And it's truthfully because people are shit. Like an individual person is okay. We know individuals who are good, but en masse, people suck, bro. And as you climb the ladder and get more and more attention from people, you see more and more how sucky they are. And then you get to a point where it's like, well, I'll just look after myself then. You know who I think must think this the most, even more than me? Firstly, Trump. He's trying to save America. He's not a perfect person, but he's trying to save America. And everyone's just calling him names, insulting him, wishing he was dead. Judges are preventing his orders going through. Like he's trying to save the country you live in. And people are insulting him. Imagine how demotivating that is. I'm trying to save America and Americans, and most Americans are retards. I could have just stayed rich and not bothered. And who else gets it and must really dislike people is Elon. He bought Twitter so that we could talk. And now everyone just insults him on his own platform. And even if I disagree with some things Elon said, I have enough respect for Elon that he gave me Twitter that even if he said something I disagree with, I may at most respectfully disagree. Maybe I was raised in a different generation where you show respect to people who do nice things for you. Maybe I'm crazy. And I see people talking to Elon this way, and I'm like, he must hate everyone. I should fly to Davos on my jet and just say, guys, you were right. Guys, I'm sorry. I tried to free the slaves. My stupid ass got rich and walked into the slave compound and looked at all the slaves locked in their cell and said to the slave owners, dude, guys, you can't, this is inhumane. Let me go tell the slaves how to escape. Guys, if I tell you how to get out the cage, they're going to kill me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you where the key is. You're a sellout. I'm not inside the cage with you. I'm the only one over here trying to help you get out. I'm telling you where the key is. Guys, you were right. You're right. Just keep them in the fucking cage then. Just keep them there. Don't escape the Matrix. Let them stay in it. I'm out. Leave them there. And the remarkable thing about it is it's almost self-fulfilling. This is what's so beautiful about it. The people who suck are trapped because they suck. People who have my normal mentality of, he helped me, show him respect. I promised him something, stick to my word. Let me analyze the situation, make the smart move. All of those qualities are how you get out. I think that most people are exactly where they belong. I think that there is a strange cosmic justice in the universe. And all of the people who suck are trapped because they suck. And the people who escaped because they don't suck. This is an easy concept to understand when it comes to your physical body. You have the physical body you want. Because if you wanted to be bigger, you'd train harder. I've never seen anybody train in the gym every single day as hard as possible, eat right, and not get bigger. It has to happen. So why aren't you bigger? Because you don't train in the gym, you don't eat right. Why? Because you don't want it enough. You have the body that you want. You may sit and go, I'd like another body. Like and want are different things. If you really wanted it, you go get it. And you have the life you want. And you have the friends you want. If I ever meet Elon Musk, even though I disagree with him about many subjects, I'm not going to go up to, hey, you know what, you're you, bro. Elon, thank you very much for giving me a Twitter account. but sucky people stay where they are because they suck. I think this is quite a recent feeling. For a long time, I truly believed, like I described earlier, if I freed the slaves, that we could make the world a better place. But as of late, something is inside of me telling me that I misunderstood the message in the Matrix movie. And I've watched that movie 1,000 times. When Morpheus says most minds are not ready to be freed and they're going to fight to die and protect the system, I understood that part already. But I truthfully believed if we could free enough minds, we could build a better place. But I think a lot of people actually are happier in and of themselves and exist better where they are. Because if they wanted to escape, just like if you wanted to be stronger or you wanted to be richer, if you wanted to escape, you would have escaped. And all these people at home think they're so smart. I've worked it out. And they're in a brand new jail of the Jews are stopping me. So your life sucked before, you didn't know why. Now your life sucks and you think you know why, but your life still sucks. And it's just like, they're beyond help. Like, how much trouble am I supposed to get in? Quite recently, I'm starting to realize that if I open the gates on every single jail cell, by the time I've taken a piss and come back, they're going to put themselves back in jail. And they're going to paint the walls of their jail. And they're going to say, I'm not in jail anymore. My wall used to be pink. People are going to retrap themselves. We had this mass awakening of consciousness, and everyone's just jumped into another cell. And everyone's not sitting there going, they're trying to make me feel a certain way. They're trying to do this to me, so I'm going to resist those things. They want me weak, so I'll get strong. They want me poor, so I'll get rich. They want to convince my woman not to love me, so I'm going to make my woman love me and have a happy marriage and have a bunch of children. Instead, they go, oh, they want to do all this. It's them, and it's working. And they just sit there. I really think if I continue to try and free minds, everyone's just going to put themselves back in jail. So what's the point in me eating a bullet? Maybe I had too much faith in humanity before I started all this mission. Maybe I actually thought that if I show the light, that things would be different. And I wouldn't say I totally made a mistake. I think the world is a better place than it was when I first started speaking up. I don't think they'd get away with COVID again, for example. People are too awake for that now. But it is disheartening to see that a large subsect of the population are always going to be a prisoner to something. My videos went viral because they were speaking to the hearts of millions of young men who were being suppressed and oppressed, and they were feeling and thinking things that they weren't allowed to say, and they thought that there was something wrong with them. And then they would watch my video and realize that there's nothing wrong with them and that everyone actually thinks like them and they're actually doing the right thing because I was talking the truth, and that's what was allowing them to become the most watched videos on the planet. But nowadays, now that a lot of the truth has been told in many ways, men are no longer afraid of being men. The idea of toxically masculine has basically fallen out of favor because of me. Toxically masculine, I haven't heard in a serious context in years. That was everywhere. Then I came along and went to war with them directly and beat them. And now I don't even hear Hollywood people talking about it. No one says that stupid saying anymore. So I defeated them. So a lot of the truth about gender dynamics and masculinity has been told specifically by me. I did it me. To all the ungrateful masses who say I sold out, and I went to jail for it. I think the reason we have this phenomenon is people are trying to escape their enslavement and understand how the world works. But the pendulum swings both ways. People are waking up and saying, I don't understand why my life is shit. And then they're researching online and going, my life is shit because of the Jews. But then they're getting enslaved in a different trap at the other side, because then they're saying, oh, so I can't win because of the Jews. The don't stop you going to the gym. If you have skinny arms, didn't do it. But there are people on the internet who will argue, yes, they did, convinced us to be demoralized, and my dog bit me because it told it to, and it goes so far the other way that they haven't escaped any prison.